Hello and welcome dear students of class 11. In today's module, we are going to discuss the textual question answers of the chapter Albert Einstein at School. So here we go. The first question is, what do you understand of Einstein's nature from his conversations with his history teacher, his mathematics teacher and the head teacher? So we'll start with the history teacher. You know students, when the story opens, there is an exchange between the history teacher and Einstein. The teacher asked him the question, in which year did the Prussians defeat the French at Waterloo? And Einstein very honestly and frankly answered that he did not know. The teacher told that this has been told in the class often enough, but he told the teacher outrightly that he was not interested in learning the dates of battles. So we get to know that he is very frank and honest in front of the teacher. Another thing that we get to know about his character is that he was against rote learning. He did not believe in learning things by heart. Ideas attracted him more than facts. He tells the teacher that it would be more interesting for him to know why those soldiers were trying to kill each other rather than learning the dates of battles or which of the armies killed more men. Now, through this exchange, we also get to know that he felt miserable at school. He did not like attending the school because of the prevailing education system in Germany. Okay? So Mr. Braun, he tells, what is your theory of education? And he tells frankly that he was more interested in ideas than in learning facts. Now, from the conversation between Mr. Koch, who is the mathematics teacher, we get to know very clearly that he was always interested in mathematics, and he told the teacher that was the only period where he was not wasting his time. He had great respect for the teacher, and even the teacher had a high opinion about him. The teacher said very frankly that soon he would be able to teach the teacher rather than the teacher teaching him. So he was so good at mathematics. The teacher also gave him a glowing reference so that he could easily get admission in a college or institution for the higher study of mathematics. This shows that he was a brilliant student and he had great respect for teachers and elders. Okay? Now, from the conversation between the head teacher and Einstein, we get to know that the head teacher's opinion is guided by the other teachers. The head teacher could not understand the worth or brilliance of this genius. Like the other teachers, he too felt that he was a rebellious student. No serious work could be done while his presence in the class, and the teacher asked him to leave the school on his accord or he would be expelled from the school. So the teacher could not know his brilliance and treated him like an ordinary student. I hope the answer is clear to you. Now we move on to the next question. The school system often curbs individual talents. Discuss. Yes, the school system that was prevalent in Germany in those days, we could clearly see how miserable Albert felt after attending 5 years school in Germany. And even in India, we feel the same. Yes, the students were asked to memorize things. The emphasis was on rote learning rather than understanding the concepts or ideas. Students' intellectual abilities, mental abilities and creativity was not encouraged. The teachers and authorities lay emphasis on discipline and conformity rather than giving the students the freedom to use their creativity. their originality, and it hampers their development. The emphasis should be on logical reasoning, analyzing skills, out of the box thinking rather than asking them to memorize things by heart. So the education system curbs individual talents and a change should be brought. Another reason student is the student-teacher ratio. The number of students in the classes are larger and the teachers are unable to give individual attention to the students. That also affects their performance. Another reason which I think that hampers creativity is we give more importance to fetching marks in the examination rather than allowing students to think independently and encouraging their creativity. So it is true that school system curbs individual talents. Students, I am giving you the value points and you can elaborate on these points. Okay. Now the next question is, how do you distinguish between information gathering and insight information? Now student, information gathering is collecting information like learning the dates of battles or gathering other data. It is usually content-based education. It does not allow students to use their actual capabilities and potential. Here actual learning does not take place because we can always see the dates and facts and other factual information in the books. Insight gathering or insight information is having in-depth knowledge about a subject. In this, we analyze the things, we ascertain that how this thing happened, what led to this incident, and we develop ideas where actual learning takes place. It is a more complex process and here genuine learning and understanding takes place. So, information gathering is just collection of ideas or facts or data where we usually do memorizing of things, but insight information is in-depth knowledge of something, right? Where we use our analytical skills, our logical thinking, and we try to know the reasons behind the things and actual learning takes place. I hope the answers are clear to you. Thank you.